Hi, boys and girls. This book is called Caribou, Reindeer by Beverly Randell. Caribou, Reindeer by Beverly Randell. This is the table of contents. The table of contents is an important feature of nonfiction text because it tells you what subjects or chapters are going to be in the book and what pages you can find them on. Caribou, Reindeer. Caribou are found in the cold northern parts of the world. They live in Europe, Asia, and North America. In Europe, they are called reindeer. Caribou have antlers that are larger than those of many deer. Their antlers have branches that end in points. The oldest bulls have the tallest antlers and the most points. Caribou have thick topcoats made of hollow hairs that trap warm air. In the winter, they grow an extra coat of fur under these hollow hairs. Fur grows on their faces too, right up to their noses and lips. And most caribou are brown or gray, but some are almost white. All caribou have feet that spread out. Big feet allow them to run more easily on wet or uneven ground. What are caribou called in Europe? Living in herds. Caribou live in huge herds. Sometimes there are thousands of animals in one herd. To find enough food, the herd have to keep moving every day. Caribou travel great distances on their long, powerful legs. When the freezing weather starts in the autumn, the herds move south to find shelter in the forest of fir and pine. Packs of wolves follow the migrating caribou because they can run faster than wolves, but most of the caribou get away. Usually, it is the old, the sick, or the injured ones that get caught. In Europe, caribou are called reindeer. What is a group of caribou called? Winter in the north. Winters in the north are long. Sometimes the sky is filled with moving curtains of light. These are known as the northern lights. On midwinter days, the sun does not rise at all. For many weeks, daylight lasts only a few hours, so caribou often feed in the dark. A group of caribou is called a herd. Lichen grow under the fir trees like a thick, spongy carpet. It is pale green and sometimes called reindeer moss. Caribou feed on lichen in the winter. Their big feet work like shovels, pushing the snow away to get at the lichen on the ground. The word caribou means snow shoveler. 6 feet of snow may have to be dug away. The holes they make are deep and hide the heads of the feeding caribou. What does the word caribou mean? Female caribou grow antlers. Female caribou, called cows, are the only female deer in the world to grow antlers. The males, bulls, have bigger antlers, but they shed them in the winter. Females keep their antlers for 2 months longer than the males do. Females use their antlers to defend their lichen holes from the hungry bulls. Females need every scrap of lichen that they can find because they are pregnant during the winter. Most females are caring for 6-month-old calves as well, and the calves are too small to dig their own holes. If a cow starves to death, the young ones will die too. So the cows need those antlers in the winter. And the word caribou means snow shoveler. When do the male caribou shed their antlers? In the spring, caribou leave the forest and they migrate to treeless country in the far north. This is called the tundra. Male caribou shed their antlers in the winter. New grass and green herbs are growing on the tundra, and now the caribou have plenty of fresh food to eat, so the cows will have their calves. The cows head for places where wolves are less likely to attack newborn cows. Melting ice makes part of the tundra very wet, and the caribou are safer there because wet ground does not suit the wolves. Wolf packs need to raise their cubs in dry dens, back near the forests. To reach a safe place to have their calves, many caribou have to swim across rivers filled with melting ice. Their big feet work like paddles. Where do the caribou migrate to in the spring? Caribou calves. Caribou calves can stand up and drink their mother's milk when they are only 20 minutes old. They walk and run on the day they are born. When calves are 2 months old, they are big enough to graze on marsh grasses and willow bushes. Caribou migrate to the tundra in the spring. Summer brings mosquitoes. On midsummer days on the tundra, the sun does not set at all. The sun melts some of the frozen ground, and soon there are pools of water everywhere. Mosquitoes breed in the pools. Millions upon millions of these blood-sucking insects attack the caribou. The caribou are tormented. They try to get rid of the mosquitoes by running so fast that the insects are blown away. What insects torment the caribou? In autumn, in the early autumn, when the days get shorter and colder, the swarms of insects disappear. There's plenty of food. The caribou eat berries, mushrooms, and other fungi, as well as green leaves. Mosquitoes are the insects that torment the caribou. The bulls fight each other. Autumn is the time when the bulls roar and charge each other. The strongest bulls push their rivals away with their huge antlers and win the chance to be the fathers of the next year's calves. What are some of the foods that caribou eat in the autumn? Caribou keep moving. When winter begins, many bulls are worn out by weeks of fighting, and many die or are eaten by wolves as the herds migrate south from the freezing tundra. But the strong ones keep going. Caribou walk farther than any other animal on earth. And this is another feature of nonfiction text. It's a map, and it has a little diagram that shows you caribou, where they live here in northern North America, and up here in, looks like northern Russia, Asia. In the autumn, caribou eat berries, mushrooms, and other fungi, as well as green leaves. And this is another important feature of nonfiction text. It's called the index. And the index tells you important words that are in the book and what pages they can be located on. The index can be very helpful when you're looking for information in a book. This book is called Caribou Reindeer by Beverly Randell. I hope you loved it.